White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany speaks during a briefing at the White House on July 16, 2020, in Washington. Evan Vucci AP. The war of words between the White House and Chicago City Hall continued as Mayor Lori Lightfoot in a Thursday tweet called President Donald Trump's press secretary a Karen, and told her to watch her mouth. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany set off the new round of vitriol with the Chicago Democrat at her news briefing earlier in the day. McEnany called Lightfoot the derelict mayor of Chicago, and accused her of not doing enough to resolve the city's gun violence. When asked about Trump's level of focus on the deadly coronavirus pandemic, McEnany said he is focusing on a lot, and then invoked Chicago's ongoing problems with violence. But there are other things the president has to focus on, namely, Democrat cities not controlling their streets. Namely, the mayor of Chicago, people dying in her, on the streets of her city every weekend. And the president sent her a letter saying, "You must secure your city," according to a White House transcript. Later in the briefing, McEnany returned to her criticism of Lightfoot. "I've listed for you the names of these kids who have died across this country. It is unacceptable, and under this president, he'll take action," McEnany said in response to a question about Trump's recent statement that more white people are killed by police than black people. And the derelict mayor of Chicago should step up and ask for federal help because she's doing a very poor job at securing her streets. Lightfoot replied via tweet, "Hey, Karen. Watch your mouth." Gary Coby, the Trump campaign's digital director, also weighed in by calling Lightfoot a total failure at stopping this violence. The Republican president and his administration have focused attention on Chicago and other Democrat-led cities in recent weeks, and on Wednesday vaguely referenced an upcoming announcement on how his administration intends to deal with crime in those places. In a briefing with reporters about his ongoing efforts to deal with the MS-13 gang, Trump said he would have more to say next week, with the Attorney General, the FBI and others concerning our cities, because the left-wing group of people that are running our cities are not doing the job that they're supposed to be doing, and it's not a very tough job to do if they knew what they were doing. When a reporter asked at the end of the Wednesday event whether he planned to follow through on a recent statement that the federal government might take over cities such as Chicago to deal with crime, Trump didn't answer directly. But he cited recent issues with protesters in Seattle, Minneapolis and Portland, Oregon, before pointing to violence in Chicago. Earlier in the week, Trump likened Chicago to Afghanistan, and Lightfoot sounded a familiar response during a Tuesday appearance on MSNBC, accusing the president of political posturing.